I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I...
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Indianapolis Colts.
To kick off for Indianapolis.
Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
Seahawks.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's got some space here. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Chris Carson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Taken in the end zone. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Eason and the Colts now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he'll maybe get it back to the 25 here on the first play, but no more than that.
Take him down. Right.
And on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
At the 50-yard line.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 23. 27 yards there, a first down. Open space inside the 10. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point forthcoming.
For the extra point.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because
and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. First and 10, Taylor now. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line.
Taylor, the ball carrier.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Pick up of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 29-yard line.
Throwing is Eason. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Colts have taken the lead.
For the extra point.
And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
On second down now, it's Carson, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call a no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
3rd down.
Cause I deserve that. It's time to learn that.
They run it with Carson. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give them the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. On second down, it's Carson, and he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. It's Wilson. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. From the shotgun, Wilson. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Now Wilson. Out to the right. He gets it to Lockett. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. It's a big trick. Don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And another timeout taken by the Colts. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Wilson hit, it's loose, it's out, fumble, and the Colts pick it up. Does the big boy have the juice? And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
On the play, recovered by the defense.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Following the fumble recovery, Eason. Caught left side by Hilton. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It'll be a gain of 24 on the play. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Watch twins.
They'll run with Taylor. Now they can't bring him down. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. From the gun is Eason. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The sideline and incomplete. Brings up 3rd and goal.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Eason sets to throw it. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Pittman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Colts 21. Seahawks.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Now left side on the swing pass. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. This is Carson, and he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. The tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. That'll be complete to Cook. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
A gain of 20.
A good pickup there, a 22.
Seahawks.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Now it's Carson. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
This throw complete. Wilson finding Lockett. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 26.
A gain of 11.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now Wilson on 1st down. He'll find Metcalf. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he returns this to the 22.
On the return, the Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Taylor. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
Taylor, the ball carrier.
And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
The throw right sideline here is complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a 1st down. Operating from the gun, Eason. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
Fielded in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And brought in by the tight end Cook.
Wilson.
7 yards to pick up there.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. To throw again is Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
And long.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. From the gun, Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9. At the 14.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
2nd half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football.
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses them about 4 yards.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
They go play action with Eason.
And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
He was covered.
Something of a rare incompletion. Remember, Charles, last week under 50% throwing the football. That's what he was, but he has turned that around in this game.
Last week was commonly known as a fluke. For him to be under 50%, not normal, not the usual. But to be up over 80%, that's extra time in practice, and that's throwing with extra confidence as well.
Jonathan
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40.
there on the tackle.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. On 3rd and 2, Eason.
That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield.
No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down. So they go pass on 3rd and 2. They complete it, but no gain. Should they have tried to run it?
I thought that running the ball in that situation is what they would have done, because at worst case scenario, you may bring up a 4th down decision for your team. Instead, now they're not close to the 1st down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. A Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4. At the Colts 30-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. DeForest Buckner able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. From the gun, Wilson. His throw caught right around the 6. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
The 4-yard line.
Here's Carson, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Touchdown.
Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Catch made here by Campbell. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
2nd down, here's Eason. Campbell making the catch. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Ran the perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. Boy, no no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Wilson. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook.
Wilson's pass.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he's got Miller. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. A pass underneath for Carson. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
The open man here, Renfro. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 12-yard line.
21 yards. 1st down, Seahawks.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Again, Wilson. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
On 3rd down, Carson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again.
Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum,
skirt
filet
steak.
at
Come
maximum.
on. You can't give the guy a skirt steak his first 3 times.
Filet, 10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
Fine.
This taken in about 4 yards deep.
And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
Eason and the Colts now with a 1st and 10
at their own 11.
They'll start with a give to Taylor. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun.
And that's going to be incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That third down conversion good for 23. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Ball carrier.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
From the gun is Eason. Out of his hands quickly to Pittman.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
He'll get this one to Pittman.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
The Seahawks 45-yard line.
Eason.
Forced out to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Let's make these babies cry.
From the gun, Eason. Over the middle, hauled in by Campbell. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
Circle around twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Here's Eason to throw.
And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Watch the eye. Check 3, check 3.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. The Colts on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snaps, and they're there and end up making the play.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. Blankenship's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 23. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3rd and 7.
They run once more with Taylor. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
A 2-yard gain.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here from the right hash, and this one just a chippy.
A 26-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game. In this sequence here, maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
And no, they can't connect on the pass. So that gets the clock down to 11. Time for probably 2 more plays. Got to go quickly, though. Second and 10 now, Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Today's final score.
But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.